Yeah.
I just always remember one time I was casting with a guy, and he was like, "Oh, the break screen was on the entire time. That's why everyone was mad." And I'm like, "We just casted like 6 games, like 6 games with the break screen." But yes, getting into game 3 of this best of 3, currently 1-1, as Trigonal was saying, we have in the top left-hand corner of, I want to say Coda, but I may be incorrect. Right?
It's Echo.
Oh, Echo. Okay, yeah, the names keep not quite getting me. I knew it wasn't quite right there, but in the top left-hand corner of Echo, we have representing Brawl Outset Gaming. It is the Red Zerg, JimRising. Every time I get to Coda, I say Echo, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta flip it around, and then it never quite makes the connection, but all I can think of is this is not quite right.
Yeah, I get them confused at the minute as well, but it's the thing that helps me out most is the fact that on Echo, if you've got Game Heart turned on, it says Echo LE just above the minimap.
Oh, you're things that I want to call you things right now. I want to call you mean things.
Well, you know what? I'm going to call this blue Zerg down the bottom right-hand corner some things. I'm going to call him from Detonation multi-game team, and I'm going to call him Vaisravana. That's all I'm going to call him.
And he is representing Japan, while JimRising, as we know, is Mexico. For a second, I thought it was Jim in my head and was like China. And man, everyone got mad at me. Everyone. But in this next game, both players pretty much doing the same thing, same pool. And I feel like this is because this is 1-1. It's not really aggressive. It's a defensive pool, and it's not super early to be aggressive. But I think it's just definitely this is all defensive right here. Both players know their necks are on the line.
Yeah, it's pretty similar pools, but Vaisravana does have that gas up as well, which leaves him a little bit behind in the drone count, but obviously far ahead in the gas count. So he is going to be able to get his speed up quite shortly after this pool finishes, and that's going to be a big advantage over JimRising. JimRising so far actually looks to be going for the same gasless expand he was looking to do on Varney, and that puts him in a very weak spot if Vaisravana pulls forth a very big speeding timing off the back of this faster speed. Unless JimRising can actually spread the creep down there and get a nice wall-in off, get a lot of queens out, and that'll all depend really on whether or not JimRising actually gets the scout off. Almost now. Like, if he sees Vaisravana has already got his spawning pool wiggling, he's already mined 100 gas, I think I know what's going on. I think he's going to be hitting me with this big speeding timing. Then JimRising can start to react to it and start to get a number one priority, spreading that creep down there, getting that wall-in up. But if he can't spot
I don't think that's
I'm
happening.
going to be in trouble. Yeah, Vaisravana's going to deny it. Oh my god, it's going to be so close. Yeah, he can't get into that main base now.
Yeah, he did not get into that main base. And to boot, I just like to point out to the last game, there was no speed, so this is going to be completely a different situation. For a second here, I was thinking maybe JimRising can do this. Now, JimRising has been trading very well, but when you don't have any units, you just can't quite trade. And this is going to be interesting. There is a spine crawler going down. I feel like JimRising, it's kind of, you normally throw down these spine crawler, but definitely the second spine crawler is, I mean, he spots these lings coming and he's preparing for it, but he does not have any gas to be able to get banelings or speed. So this is going to be a completely micro-based defense here. Even if he can get these lings out, it's looking pretty scary.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. These spine claws just not quite finished up yet. But Vaisravana dances around for a couple of seconds. These 3 queens are going to be the absolute MVPs of this engagement if they manage to hold it off. They're moving down. A little bit of a risky move, but the first spine claw cancelled. The second spine claw is being focused down now, and the drones come off the line. It looks like Vaisravana's lings are being overwhelmed a little bit, but the 2 spine claws have gone down, and reinforcements are on the way.
And 20 more lings are coming in. Currently, there
goes
is
up into the main base. He
lings.
gets into the main base. JimRising actually moves his queens out of position for just a second. And now these lings, they have speed. The other lings don't have speed. They can just run circles around them and actually start to try and take down some of these drones. But for now, the next lot of lings for Vaisravana moving up into natural as well. They're going to be focusing down those spine crawlers. The lings in the main have been dealt with by JimRising. A couple of transfuses going down, and JimRising has to be careful not to move too far out. If he moves too far out with these slow lings, they'll all get decimated by these fast lings.
Precisely. He does not want to overextend like he has been, but combined with these 3 queens and the spine crawler here, he's doing very well. These lings now on the outside of JimRising, they can kind of pressure, but it really looks like from Vaisravana, I mean, I do want to say all in here. He's even got a couple lings back at home. I don't think he realizes that. And he's now pulling back, but these are so many lings right here. It's It is 38 lings to the 27. But on the other hand, they're actually completely even in drones. So this is really interesting.
JimRising moved out. He moved his lings across the map. Now Vaisravana is heading into his natural base. A lot of these drones having to be evacuated up into the main, but now JimRising manages to return. Vaisravana is just dashing around him, trying to make his way out, and he lost a lot of lings there for really only 2 drones.
And those are those really scary situations as Zerg. Yes, you have speed, you can get around quickly, but the amount of firepower Queens and Spine Crawlers do is so much, but there is even more lings reinforcing here. 41 lings to the only 29. Moving up into the natural base, there's a very nice hold here for JimRising, a little bit of a wall with these lings, but I don't know if it'll be enough. There is no speed to help with these, and the lings are pushing so hard for JimRising. Roaches are finally out now, and they managed to turn the tide of battle. 6 more lings. JimRising takes game 2.